Hello again, and welcome to my talk for the day. It's good to be with you once again. I'm sitting in my office, which, as you know, is in the basement. And in the family room outside the office, we have a clock. It's set to chime on the hour and the half hour. But unfortunately, it's a little bit off. In fact, it just struck 12:30 when in fact it's 12:25. No matter how many times it's reset, it seems to go back to this particular pattern. I often find that it's the same in my Christian walk. I know what I should be doing in certain circumstances, yet I don't do it. Not quite the correct thing. I'm also aware that just like the clock, I can reset. I can ask God to forgive me in complete confidence that because of Jesus' death on the cross, God will do that. The trouble is that rather like the clock, I can soon find myself doing the same thing over again. There are times when I think that it doesn't matter because I'm not really doing anything that's too bad. And then, as I reflect upon it, I realize that whatever it is can easily impede my relationship with God and with other people. Debbie makes her own kefir from curds and milk. The idea is that the milk sours and then it's to be drunk. What happens is that as this process goes on, the curds multiply over time. And if they were left to their own devices, the jar would become full and the process would be less and less able to work. I find a similar thing happens with me when I go against what I know God would want me to do. It's not that it is easily forgotten. In fact, it tends to multiply in my mind and can easily come to dominate. It then affects two things, as I said, my relationship with God, and often, to a lesser extent, my relationship with others. As I've mentioned before, at the end of the day, I use the prayer of examine. This means that I look over the events of the previous 24 hours and thank God for them. In my mind, I also think about the times when I have wronged God or others. I always thank God that He's brought them to my mind. And I ask the question, what can I learn from those actions or encounters? There is another piece to this, though. The need to confess to God and ask for forgiveness. When we do this, we can be confident that forgiveness is forthcoming. But there's also a need to set our minds in such a way that we intend not to do the same thing again. It may not work out that way, but the intention is important. There are also circumstances when we need to ask for forgiveness from another person because we've done something against them. If we're able to take these things seriously, then Christ's body, the church, will be a much healthier place and others will see the difference. Once again, thank you for being here. A reminder that this evening at 6 o'clock we will be saying the litany as has become our practice during the last few weeks. I hope you're keeping well and God bless. Stay safe.